Good evening, Gills fans. Welcome back to the latest episode of Gills in the Blood TV. It's Thursday evening. Boz is back. How you doing? Had a good week? Got a night off. Can't be bad.
3 nights off this week.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Living a dream this weekend. Quiet week, unfortunately, I suppose.
Yeah, I was hoping for something positive, but...
We've been closed for about 3 weeks now, I think, which is a little bit frustrating, but we have to trust Steve Evans to, you know, we've got right up till, is it next Friday? Next Friday evening, 11:30, so...
So I imagine we'll announce something about next Friday, 10:45.
We do like to have a late one. Who was it last year? It was Leo da Silva. It was loads last year, wasn't there, in fairness? And it's on 4 on the final day.
Ricky Holmes was first, I think.
Still at Sheffield United, apparently.
Yeah, we Googled him last week, didn't we? He
Yeah.
says he's still there. Whether he's registered or not, I doubt it.
No idea, but he's certainly not going to play in that team. But yeah, transfer seems to be the main topic, even though there ain't been any. Not coming in anyway. Couple of exits since we last spoke. Oh no, Seaside had already been confirmed, hadn't it?
Yeah.
That was last Friday. He's gone to Leyton Orient on loan for the rest of the season. Mark Marshall today got released, or his contract's up and they're not renewing it. Thoughts? I know you weren't his biggest fan throughout the season.
No, I wasn't. I thought he was more of a impact sub than a starter. I've just said to Stocky just now, he's going to go and do a Josh Parker, and he's going to leave us mid-season, potentially go to Wickham. That seems to be the rumours.
That looks to be the likely one, doesn't it? Rather than Blackpool, I think is the other team that have been linked.
I'd say I haven't been his biggest fan, but I don't think us paying a diamond suits him because he's your out and out winger.
No, you're right, it doesn't.
Which was probably the plan when he first came in, because he came in with Nathan Thomas, didn't he?
No, he came in after Nathan Thomas left.
Oh, was it?
Because wasn't it that was Marshall was coming in and we didn't get him, and then Thomas would come in and then got homesick, so they went back to Mark Marshall.
Yeah, I think the original plan was probably to play with wingers this season, but
we couldn't get enough in again, could we? So
money wise, I don't know. A few people saying he was probably a big earner. I'm not so sure.
I'd imagine he weren't at the bottom end of the spectrum. I ain't going to lie, considering his previous clubs and how he's been at them clubs. But so in that sense, I suppose if we think he's only going to be substitute for the majority of the games, because he's not even come on in the last.
But you could say the same about Ben Pringle.
Yeah, but can he play more centrally than Marshall? That's the thing. It's a tricky one, isn't it? But suddenly, Pringle probably comes into contention tomorrow because we get.
Evans said, didn't he, or Rayner said today.
Yeah, we're getting into some team news and match previews in a little while.
It does leave us very short. Someone put on Twitter earlier, we now have 17 what you consider first team players.
Yeah, I worked it out. We haven't got enough on the bench tomorrow.
Ours, yeah.
Sorry, Saturday. Yeah, we cannot fill the bench unless we have to put like a Henry Woods or a Roman Campbell or that type of player on there. And I'm not sure if they're out on loan at the moment.
I think Woods is back, but the others are out on loan.
Where's Campbell's? Campbell's at Ramsgate at the moment, isn't he? He was at Sittingbourne start of the season. Woods has had a spell at Concord Rangers, and did he come back or did he go out somewhere else again?
I'm sure he's back at the moment.
Well,
I
he
think
might be on the bench
then. Go out again, but yeah.
I guess that depends on the next 8 days. But yeah, we definitely need numbers because of the fact that Michael and Jolly's gone out the door, Mark Marshall's gone out the door, Usino Cisse's gone out the door, and we've only got Jason Roberts in. Mark Burns still injured.
Jason Roberts?
He'd
be good for us about now.
At his prime, he'd probably be decent, but he's about 48 now, so he probably would be that good. But sorry, I forgot his name. Jordan Roberts and Matty Willock. I suppose you can class as a new addition because we've not seen him throughout the first half of the season. But we just have to sit and wait. And interesting that Paul Rayner said he was doing a press conference today because the manager and the chairman were hard at work on signings or something, wasn't it? That's why he had to go and do media duties.
He said they were busy elsewhere.
Well, I think he was intimating that it was something to do with transfers. But yeah,
we were adamant. We had, we're probably saying now, John McKindy coming in last week, and that didn't happen. Yeah,
there's been 2 close for what seems like most of the window, unfortunately. But we'll have to sit tight and see what happens. We know again it comes back to it's not as easy as computer games where you want to sign the player, you offer enough, and generally you get him. There's a lot more complications to that. These clubs might have to get replacements in. Tom Hopper went to Lincoln today.
Yeah, but they paid 150 grand. I can't see, even with the cut money, I don't even will spend that.
No, but what I'm saying is John Akinde now suddenly surplus to requirements?
I think I read a Lincoln reporter saying a striker will be going out.
Because they've got Tyler Walker's obviously the number 1. They've just signed Hopper. You'd imagine he's going to be
2
playing. And who's the lad? They got the youngster on a permanent from Arsenal, didn't they? I can't think of his name.
He's a permanent. I think he's on loan.
No, they signed him.
John Jules.
That's it. Yeah, I think they signed him. Yeah. So then they've got a Akinde, and I think they've got one other. So I think, like you say, one's going to have to go in it. So it could be Akinde, and I think Leyton Orient have been linked to him today as well. A couple of agent pages and stuff like that. If you want to believe them, that's up to you. If you don't, then that's your choice as well. But yeah, next
interesting name got tweeted out last night or this morning. I don't know, it was Luke Naylor.
Oh, the lad from Shrewsbury.
I thought we were. I thought we were linked to when he was at Dagenham.
Fekayi
It's a very long name.
on a Kabiri or something.
Yeah.
Scored 16 in 49, I think Luke tweeted last season, but doesn't play up front this year.
No, I think they played him out wide this season.
And they're apparently after Liam Clark. Someone messaged me yesterday.
So,
I'd imagine he's on 10 grand plus
yeah.
at Sheffield United. I cannot. And he's probably just after a pay packet. No disrespect to Liam Clark.
Probably take a pay.
He'd have to, wouldn't he? But he'd still be. I'm
down.
sure he'd still be way above our budget, even if we was halfway up the division in terms of what we've got to spend.
I've gone off the idea of Kinley over the last week or so.
But
mainly through age.
Like I said, is he better than Jolly at this level? Probably.
Well, I think between me and Stocky, we're probably better than Jolly at this level.
Ooh, the burn. It's a bit harsh.
With barely 2 good legs between us.
Ooh. You
He did play well against Wickham, I'll give him that. But
well, as soon as it was reported he was joining, he played for half hour last week, didn't he? And scored 2 and got an assist on a Kinde, so that's probably put a bit more on the wages. But yeah, crunch time. That's the back page of the Medway Messenger. Regarding the playoffs, that would be an outstanding achievement for the players and it would give our supporters a real opportunity to back us for February, March and April, said Steve Evans. If we win at Rochdale, then Shrewsbury becomes massive because 6 points was added on the verge of the playoffs. It will be brilliant for supporters and one of them came up and said to me, thanks for giving us that chance to even think about it, that we could be involved in it. I think that sums it up. That's what we've said.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of the more realistic fans at the start of the season thought it was probably a long shot that we might make playoffs, but
we've all said just above or just below mid-table, haven't we? So, and that's with that group, and that group's not really changed at the moment. And Steve Evans alludes to that as well. He goes on later in the article and says, with the current group, can we get there without help? Talking about the top 6. We could be in the top 10, but reaching the playoff group, that is another step, I think. So
it's obvious where we need to improve because if you've seen the stats this week, goals conceded, we are joint second.
It's like second lowest in the whole division, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and we create chances. That's the thing. If you look at all the XG and that the NTT20 and D3, D4 publish on Twitter and the such.
One of the biggest problems with that, the whole chances created, is a lot of them being created by Brandon Hanlon, who needs to be in the box, putting them in really.
Yeah, true. But, like we say, all we can do is sit tight at the moment and see who we can get in the next 8 days.
You know what did cross my mind yesterday? I wondered if we might announce that we signed Jacoby out permanently and bringing someone else on loan.
That could possibly work. You hadn't thought about it. You've said him for a little while you wouldn't mind getting him on a permanent.
I just think that...
Would we have to pay a nominal fee though? Because isn't he under 24 still? Is that rule still about? Have it changed?
They keep extending his contract, but he's never going to play there.
No, he's behind. They've got Deeney, they've got Sarr, they've got Delafueo.
A long way off playing Premier League. I just think realistic.
In terms of budget and that, he could be within our reach. Yeah, it's not a bad shout at all, to be fair.
Which would then mean we could get someone else in on loan.
Yeah, because he wouldn't be. Yeah, that'd keep us at the limit of 5. But aside from that, in terms of real news, there ain't a lot. Right, we have a game Saturday. We travel up north to take on this lovely bunch. Rochdale.
Not so much a lovely bunch.
Not a little bit a lovely bunch. There's a little bit with Conor Ogilvie in the Medway Messenger this week.
He must be sick of playing them at home because he just gets battered.
Yeah, he got cleaned out last week against Oxford, didn't he? Andrew and Wilbraham done him last year, wasn't it? But weirdly, he's not featured in the last 2 games up at their place. He's been an unused sub under Adrian Pennock and Steve Lovell.
That first one, was that one Tommy's got sent off for an elbow?
Yeah, I think it was Pennock's last game.
I don't think it was his last game. Rochdale away was early in the season.
Ogilvie watched from the bench as Adi Pennock's time as manager came to an end with a 3-0 defeat at Spotland and was back a year later as an unused substitute when Steve Lovell's side went down by the same scoreline. Pretty sure he was. We lost away. I'm sure we lost away to Oxford 3-0, where it was 0-0 at half time, and then we conceded 3 in about 7 minutes. Then we beat Charlton the week after when the old Nobby Solano thing was going around, and then we went up there, got beat 3-0, and he went a couple of days later.
I thought it was earlier in the season than that, but yeah, that game sticks in my memory.
And I think the season before that, we was out on a jolly up in Canterbury, and we lost 4-1 that day. So we're really good up there.
I've been there when we won 1-0.
Can you go Saturday quickly then?
No.
Okay. Right, anyway, form. Last 6, Gills, 1 drawn, 1, drawn in the league. A lot of draws at the moment. 10 points from 18 out of the last 6, unbeaten in that time. And Rochdale, lost, 1-1, lost. 6 points out of 18. So, 1-2 of their last 3, but lost the 3 before that. In terms of home form, their record's exactly the same. They've got 6 points from 18 at home. 4 defeats, bookended by 2 wins. I think one of them was Bolton, though. and I think Bolton might have had a red card in that game. And our last 6 away is draw, win, lost, draw, draw, draw. So we like a draw at the moment, 7 out of 18. Drawn the last 3 in League One, the Gills, and drawn the last 3 away in League One, the Gills. Peterborough, Ipswich and Fleetwood, I think. They've taken 6 points from 9 since losing to us though, at the end of December. But they've only won 3 home games all season. And we're 8 unbeaten, we know that, which is quite nice. Ian Henderson still top scorer. Benjamin Button of Rochdale.
He didn't play against us at home.
Wasn't even in the squad, was he?
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen he's back in the squad.
He's got 11 in all competitions. Callum Camp's decent from midfield, got 8 in all competitions.
11, wasn't he?
Yeah, wouldn't mind it to be fair. And then they've got the young lad Luke Matheson who burst onto the scene in the autumn, I think, and he scored at Old Trafford.
Yeah, he was pretty decent in that first, in the FA Cup game at Newcastle.
Yeah, and he came off the bench at our place, I think, as well, didn't he, at half time?
Silly haircut, if I remember right.
Ollie Rathbone as well, but I noticed today apparently Sunderland have confirmed they've made a bid for him, so he might not be about.
He was brilliant in that Newcastle game, Rathbone.
Yeah, really good in the draw. In terms of their defence, though, I think we said last time they've got no pace.
Paul McShane's just signed a new deal as well.
If you can get Hanlon or Roberts or Jakubiak or any of them running at them defenders, I think we've got half a chance.
We didn't do it at home, did we?
Not always,
we went
no.
long a lot, and yeah, that's
I can't remember who started in that. Was that Mandron up front in that game?
But I'll put Mandron back in this week.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. Team news though, obviously before we get to R11. No Mark Byrne, obviously out all season, and Tom O'Connor out with a hamstring strain. Looks like a couple of weeks he's going to miss. Seems that Evans said that they got to it early enough and it's nothing too serious, but it's another number dropped, another injury that we could do without. That's the thing, we've only got 2 injured, but suddenly we look really thin. So what would your team be? Back 5 the same?
Yeah, I would just bring in Mandron for Roberts. That'd probably be my only change.
We've got to take O'Connor in it.
Yeah. Pringle's going to come in for O'Connor, isn't he? It's left foot.
See, I've gone slightly different. I've just done Mandron for O'Connor and gone 4-2-3-1. I think we play Hanlon and Roberts from the side and go 3 up front.
I don't think he'd do that way.
I'd love him to. No, I don't think he will, but that'd be my 11. Like you say, it'd probably be Willock or Charles Cook or Pringle comes into a diamond and then...
I would like Charles Cook to come in, but I think it'd be Pringle because it adds that left-footed balance.
Correct. So substitutes would be, well, whoever's left at the moment. So
yeah,
Walsh, Hodgson, Willock, Charles Cook, Pringle, Jakubiak, and it looks like it'd probably be one of Woods or... Woods.
I think it would, yeah.
Right, score prediction.
I'm going for, as you keep saying, draws. I think this will be a 0-0.
0-0, that'd be fun. I'm going to be slightly more positive. Mine is there. Rochdale 0, Gillingham 1.
You gone for a Hanlon goal?
Mandron.
Oh.
Big Mika to get back on the score sheet and earn us 3 points. I think that's to set us up lovely for Wednesday, fingers crossed. Anyway, that's enough from this one and this one this evening. We're off to the pub. We will be back Monday for a Monday review, hopefully talking about another game on the unbeaten run. Fingers crossed it'll be 3 points. Little preview ahead of Wednesday's rearranged fixture against Shrewsbury Town. But until next time, enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend, and up the Gills.